Have you ever heard of a nation that used to cut through stone like butter to build massive palaces? Their strength was so immense that the flat earth couldn't bear their weight, so they built their homes inside the mountains. Today, those mountains remain, and those carved palaces still stand, but the powerful people are gone. One deafening sound, just one terrifying blast, and one of the mightiest nations on earth was reduced to dust. The ruins, standing in the heart of the desert for thousands of years, still whisper the story of their tragic end to travelers passing by, their arrogance, their pride, and finally, the story of their brutal destruction still gives people goosebumps today. Today, we will turn the pages of this history lost in the sands of time, a history that might just change the way you think. In the history of the world, after the destruction of the nation of Ad, Allah Almighty granted a special status to the nation of Thamud. They lived in a place called Al-Hijr, which is known today as Madain Saleh in Saudi Arabia. Like the Ad nation, they were physically massive, powerful, and long-lived. Their civilization was the most modern of that time. You might be amazed by the pyramids of Egypt or modern architecture, but the engineering skills of the Thamud nation were unimaginable. They carved intricate geometric designs into mountain faces to build structures that remain a wonder to modern engineers even today. They also built massive palaces on the plains. Allah blessed them with so much that there was no shortage of crops, gardens, or flowing springs. But human nature is truly strange. When happiness and prosperity increase, people tend to forget their creator. The same happened with the Thamud nation. Excessive wealth and physical strength blinded them. They began to think that this power was everything and that no one had the ability to destroy them. They abandoned the worship of the one true God and started worshiping idols. Extreme lawlessness began in society. The rich oppressed the poor, and the exploitation of the weak by the strong became a daily occurrence. To remove their confusion and guide them back to the right path, Allah chose a prophet from among them. He was Prophet Saleh, alayhi salam. Prophet Saleh, sex, was a respected and wise individual from their own tribe. When he told them, "O my people, worship one Allah. You have no other God but Him," they were astonished. They said to Saleh, "O Saleh, you were our center of hope and trust. But what are you saying now? Do you want to turn us away from the religion of our forefathers?" Their arrogance had grown so much that they began to consider the truth as lies and lies as the truth. The leaders of the Thamud nation began to mock and ridicule Prophet Saleh. They demanded, "If you are truly a prophet of Allah, then show us a miracle." Their demand was incredibly strange and seemingly impossible. They said, "If this huge, solid rock of the mountain splits open and a pregnant female camel comes out, and if that camel immediately gives birth to a calf, only then will we believe you." They thought that extracting a camel from a stone was impossible, so Saleh, wouldn't be able to do it, and they wouldn't have to believe. But nothing is impossible for the power of Allah. Prophet Saleh, prayed to Allah, and right then, that miraculous event occurred. Before their very eyes, the massive rock split open, and from within, a gigantic female camel emerged, exactly as they had demanded. Seeing this, some people believed, but the arrogance of their leaders did not diminish. They dismissed it as magic or an illusion. Prophet Saleh, warned them, saying, "This is Allah's camel. Let her graze freely on Allah's earth. Do not cause her any harm, or a severe punishment will descend upon you." This camel was a special sign from Allah. Many people search on YouTube or the internet for the story of Prophet Saleh, or the history of the destruction of the Thamud nation, but the core point was the test Allah gave them. This camel would drink all the water in the city one day, and the next day the entire nation would take water. On the day the camel drank, they would milk her, and that milk would satisfy the needs of thousands of people. But instead of being grateful, this miracle made them even more furious. They felt that this camel was an obstacle to their freedom. Driven by the devil's provocation and their own stubbornness, they made a heinous decision. 9 men from the city, or in some accounts, a wicked man named Qudar ibn Salih and his companions, plotted to kill the camel, even though the Prophet had warned them repeatedly. One night they lay in wait, and as the camel was returning from drinking water, they ruthlessly severed her leg tendons and killed her. The baby camel, seeing this, ran towards the mountain in fear and vanished into the rock. After committing this heinous crime, they began to celebrate. They came to Prophet Salih A.S. and arrogantly said, "Bring on the punishment you threatened us with, if you are truthful." Prophet Salih A.S. was deeply grieved. He told them, "Enjoy yourselves in your homes for just 3 more days. After that, destruction will descend upon you. This is a promise that will not be false." On the first day, all their faces turned yellow. On the second day, their faces turned red. And on the third day, their faces became as black as coal. They realized that the promised time had arrived. They began to tremble in fear, but there was no time left for repentance. On the morning of the 4th day, as the sun rose, a deafening sound, or sayha, descended from the sky, and a violent earthquake began from beneath. The sound was so intense that their hearts burst. Even those hiding inside their strong stone palaces could not survive. In the blink of an eye, the once mighty Thamud nation lay dead, face down in their homes. It was as if they had never lived there. Today, thousands of years later, the area of Madain Saleh or Al-Hijr stands silent. If you go there, you will see those massive doors and windows carved into the mountains, those intricate palaces, but there is no one inside. The wind howls through the emptiness. These ruins remind us that one cannot escape Allah's punishment by boasting of technology, strength, or wealth. The Thamud nation is destroyed, but their history is a living lesson for us. Arrogance is the root of the fall, and the consequences of oppression are always terrible. We can draw lessons from these historical events. Instead of being blinded by the arrogance of power, humans should be humble and accept the truth. I hope today's unknown history has touched your heart. If you like this video and want to know more unknown, thrilling true stories like this, please support our small effort. Like the video and subscribe to become a member of our family. You are watching Fact and Frame. See you in the next video with some new fascinating information. Stay well.